Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, so I want to cut to the chase today because we have a section to finish up. Okay, I just want to see how many pages that we. Okay, we don't have a lot of pages. Now, I really wish that I could take these sections more seriously, and I definitely would again provide more explanation for these instead of just reading and me just discussing, but I do not have the tools that I had back in Indianola. And since this would take up the majority of early season, then if we just wasted all this time and then resumed getting into our first category when we get home, we would not have enough time. And we would just waste so much time and would be completely behind in all of the work and all of the reading that we have been doing, and we would not have time. So we may just end on this category, okay, or we may start the O's as an adult. But to tell you the truth, I'm getting kind of tired of doing this. I'm kind of tired of reading and you hearing my voice and, talking through the reading. And so I definitely want a change. I definitely want a break. So maybe next year we'll do the always as an adult category, and we may just discuss a lot when we get back. And I may have you do several other projects, or we might cut it. We might consider this always class done. Okay, and I'm sorry if I keep mistaking it for a club. But so, I hope that you all, oh, by the way, yeah. So, Aries Child Memory Channeling Telegraph. Okay, so that's going to be due tomorrow, April 13th at 3. And then the Ed Puzzle, get that done as soon as you can by that day as well. And also your alien subjects, that is due tomorrow at around 4. Okay, so about 3 things that are pretty easy to get done with are due tomorrow, and tomorrow you'll have a lot of time because I will not be in-house. It's another private matter dealing with family and appointment. Personal. So last time we talked about Aries in daily life, so we're on that category. I did read some of your Aries in my life project. I looked at it and graded. I have to say I am highly impressed with your efforts with that. And you definitely fulfilled the criteria of all the things that you expected to do. I was very, very interested in your personal stories. So, so we talked about Aries needing, Aries, doing things that it needs, things that are physically that channel that aggression and that fight and the strength that Aries has, provided newness and adventure with the life cycle example. And we also looked at gardening and how that gardening for an Aries balances out with not only Libra but also Cancer and Capricorn. So earth, air, and water. And so, how we looked at that. So, how it's important to focus on those things. So we read a little bit of that. So how it's adventurous and all of that. So again, I don't want to have to go through this because, again, it's pretty self-explanatory. So, yeah, okay. Okay. And we also talked about the downturn, the staying at home with that as well. So, I'm just trying to see if there's anything. So we also talked about the importance of reading and writing for Aries, and also communication and collaboration. Now, here's the deal. As I was saying to you, when we come back, I'm going to be using the LP Zerone quite a lot of the time, because we're going to be discussing all of not only Aries as a child and break it down, but also Aries in daily life, all the stuff that we've been working on, and we'll have some high level discussions when we get back. Where I have the board and I'm, in that space, and I have a music stand to set everything down. But let's just resume. I'm not going to really discuss through this because I'm going to, I've been saying pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to really, let the information of the book do all the explaining for me until we get back. That way I can kind of focus on certain things. I'm going to write down some notes for all of you. Okay, so, okay, so, alright, so, turning to page 100, CN, on the big paragraph on that page. I think that's where we left out. So, Aries polar sign Libra continues this theme of social justice, but it also supports the importance of social outages for the Aries. Aries really refuels when able to enjoy time with their partner or closest friends. One-on-one quality time especially helps to bring balance to the Aries life. The esoteric ruling planet of Mars furthers this and speaks to the importance of Aries having intellectual stimulation and conversation in their daily life. So again, with Mercury. When the Aries is able to find a certain topic or Libra that continues to pique their interest, Aries will put a great deal of their exertion into studying up and learning all that they can on that particular topic. Writing is also heavily important for the Aries as well, especially writing methods that call for no filter. Stream of consciousness writing helps Aries to relax and flow, which is also supported by polar sign Libra, encouraging Aries to take their time reading, writing, and learning in their daily life. So learning to slow down also carries on into the day-to-day relationships for Aries. If others are running late or slowing them down, Aries may grow frustrated, impatient, or even angry. Aries resistance might have them always on the go and ready for the next activity or event. If another person can't keep up with the Aries pace, Aries is likely to find someone who can. It is important to remember that the impatient qualities of Aries are not malicious, and they can be settled if Aries learns this about themselves and is prepared for holdups in their normal speedy pace. Having a book handy or a journal to write down ideas can be very helpful for Aries in moments when they are feeling anxious or ready to move on to the next activity. This continues to highlight the importance of the air element in the Aries' daily life. So now it's going to talk about air and fire and how the conflicts and how they really exchange and go off each other. So understanding the complementary elementations helps to form a base. Aries is fire, which is complemented by air. There's a definite sense of adventure and expansion with these two elements. Air helps bring expansive new thoughts and ideas to fire, while fire empowers air with confidence and purpose. Air helps to bring out fire's more whimsical and ethereal nature, while fire helps to bring out the most creative and enthusiastic side of air. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows with these two. So um, that's that's really getting into air and fire here. So now we're going to talk about the down terms. So air also holds the ability to stroke the flames of fire through affirmation words. This ability can be used in the reverse. With keen social awareness and the elusive nature of air, the flames of fire may amplify, causing agitation, aggression, competitiveness, and anger. Fire, on the other hand, holds the potential to instill air with determination and passion, but this ability can also be used in the reversal. The intense heat of fire can scatter the energy of air, causing this breezy element to spiral off into excessive thought, overanalysis, and worry. These two signs together in their lowest wicket, the most argument and confrontational sides of one another. By harmonizing fire and air, whether within yourself or in relationships, this dynamic duo holds great potential to uplift and inspire one another to greatness. Air teaches fire the importance of social awareness and communication, getting deeper thought and consideration before propelling forward. Fire teaches air the heart-centered compassion, emphasizing creative expression, presence, hope, faith, and gratitude. With the help of each other, fire and air learn to align their hearts with an uniting truth. The lessons learned between fire-air polarity apply to all fire-air combos, which include Aries-Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Each couple shares the same modality. Therefore, Aries and Libra share the cardinal modality while balancing one another's elementation. The shared cardinal modality of the Aries-Libra polarity ensures mutual values in their interaction with the world. Aries represents the individual, Libra represents partnership. The polarity of Aries-Libra offers a meditation on soulful androgyny. While Aries meditates with an impulse, Libra takes a step back to peacefully await. When Libra asks for consideration, Aries boldly states an affirmation. Aries rules over the sunrise and Libra over the sunset. The two of these signs appear to be opposites, yet they hold so much in common. All of these characteristics of air help to mature and amplify Aries. So, that finishes that section. So we were reading about how just the conflicts of air and fire, and also how they work better together, well together. So what I'm going to have you do is I want you to create just a little Google document over all of the main points of this section, just so that you know what's most important. And what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to be putting on a Google document of all of the points that are most important for you. That way you have something where you have all the points written out that you need to know. And I will also be putting different presentations over all of the sections that we've read. So, excellent everybody. Thank you very, very much. And I want you to scat, okay? Because we're going to come back on April 14 we're going to be discussing through all of this. Okay? So, excellent. Besides the introduction that we've already, spent a lot of care and time and focus on that. And I would have you read through some of these sections, but because you're already doing your projects, I didn't want to put extra weight on your shoulders. So, thank you very, very much. Excellent. All of you may leave. Thank you for your patience and consideration, focus, and attention. I know that we haven't been doing much, and I would probably do more with you. But we'll get to that when we get back.